We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. The play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. He'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
49, guys. Mike, hey, Tuesday. Deuce. 20. Mike's 49. Here we go. Slam. Check it out.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Check 50. Hey, bye. Rush in. 22. Check. Fresno. Base.
Here's Ryan to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Patterson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Ryan. That's complete to Hightower. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They run with Patterson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Ryan. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Hurts throw complete to Rager. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And that was nice. Jalen Hurts to Jalen Rager. Jalen to Jalen. And the Eagles are hoping to see much more of that. Just 31 catches as a rookie for Rager. They're hoping that that number at least doubles in 2021.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. Tackling, because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. Here's Hurts. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard, the tight end. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Hatchet. 21. Ready, 59, ready. 52's the mark, boys, 52. You ain't doing nothing today.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Jab. Kill. Slam.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Shoot.
Hey, 59, ready. Gun.
Choose the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Coming to you. Check. Let's go.
Throwing again, Ryan. Again, he targets Ridley. This time it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And that's another Falcons first down, courtesy of a catch there by Calvin Ridley. Now in his 4th season, he's coming off of his best year yet in 2020. 90 catches, close to 1,400 yards receiving. He continues to ascend up the charts as one of the top receivers in the NFL.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. You just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Right back to Pitts again. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Patterson on the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go play action now. Ryan. That's the tight end Hurst with it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Good snag there by Hayden Hurst. He knows all about that. Former minor league baseball player before becoming a first-round pick of the Baltimore Ravens. Now in his second year with Atlanta, a career-high 56 catches last season.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Play action. Ryan. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Tuesday.
Watch 49. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 49.
Now Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown. Russell Gage. 38 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Ryan. And they work this out past the 25. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again, Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Patterson. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now Ryan on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagle 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson from 8 yards out.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
54 mark. Check.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vic Beasley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Eagles, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.